And on the line with us this morning, Al Lockard from the Indiana County Department of Veterans Affairs and Steve Reinoehl. And Steve comes with to us, I should say, this morning from an organization. We've had Steve on before. It's called Military Veterans Outdoors. And they are both on the line to talk about the Flight of the Flags. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. Let's get them both up here. Al, Steve, I assume you're both with us here this morning?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Steve, you still there? We've lost Steve. We've lost Steve, Al. So
yeah,
I'll knock him down there and hope that he is able to get back with us because evidently we lost that connection. Meanwhile, Al Lockard, it's a pretty big event they have coming up here with this Flight of the Flags, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. Actually, we have the Flight of the Flags, obviously, which is going to be a big draw.
Mm-hmm.
If I could tell you just a minute. What that entails.
Yeah.
So, the intent behind it is we're going to bring in the Avenger, and it will be flying the morning of the air show on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And we have invited, and they have invited, individuals, fallen veterans, to bring burial flags from those individual soldiers.
We're losing Al now, too. Al, we're losing you, too. My goodness gracious.
Oh, no. Okay. I will move back to, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there. Meanwhile, I think Steve is on that other line. Steve, good morning to you.
Yes, good morning. I'm back on the line here.
All right, good. You're on the air here. Al is explaining what happens with the Flight of the Flags. Al, go on.
So, Todd, we have invited members of families that have flags from the individual soldiers' funerals, and those flags will be loaded and placed into the belly of this Avenger. The Avenger will take a flight, hence the Flight of the Flags,
mm-hmm.
and the flags will then be brought back and reunited with the family members.
So we're asking folks who want to take part in this, if they have those flags, those folded up triangular flags that have been presented to them at military funerals, if they would like to get them on this airplane and join the Flight of the Flags, they can do that. Now, how do they do that? What should they do?
So what we're asking is the individuals that are interested in doing this, and we've had a lot of calls about from families about how this will take place. And the intent is that have you show up at 9 o'clock with the flag. We have asked that if they could bring some kind of documentation, just a DD-214 if it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
If it is not possible, we'll make exceptions and make it work.
Yeah. Okay. Do they need to sign up ahead of time?
They do not.
Just come.
We'll have the folks bring the flags into the what would be the main terminal area.
Mm-hmm.
Initially, they will be put on display for everybody to see, and then after that point in time, when they bring us a flag, we will give them a receipt of flag, so that when the flag, they don't get confused in flight. I know we've had a lot of concern about that.
Yeah.
We also intend on putting each of the flags in a like a Ziploc gallon bag, or probably a 5-gallon baggie,
mm-hmm.
so they don't get dirty. And then we will, of course, have a ceremony. There will be a blessing, and I believe Steve has talked to the Civil Air Patrol, or maybe Nathaniel, about having them come out and do the presenting of the colors.
Yeah. Steve Reinoehl from Military Veterans Outdoors. Steve, this is very special for your organization too, isn't it?
Yes, it is very special. It's really an honor to honor our deceased veterans, and it's going to be a pleasure to work with it.
What was it about this particular kind of ceremony that appealed to you and said, we need to get involved with this?
Well, again, it's honoring our veterans, and we're really pleased to be able to do that. These guys gave a lot of their time, and some of them gave their lives for our country, and it's really great to be able to honor them. And we had the full support of military veterans outdoors in this endeavor. So, and it's Flight of the Flags is it's a wonderful thing, and I'm glad to be able to participate in it.
Yeah, we have talked with you before here on Indiana in the Morning about that piece of property in Jefferson County that is such a great benefit to veterans. How is the summer going?
The summer is going very good. Of course, with the COVID last year, we had a kind of a rough year for the fundraising, but things are really picking up. We've got a lot of new members. And we had a very, actually, in spite of the COVID, we had a very successful season. So, and we're getting ready to launch our big picnic, which is going to be in August. That's our major fundraiser. So, it's really been a good year for us, despite of the COVID.
Could you take a moment and just explain to people what the whole concept is behind this wonderful experience with military veterans outdoors?
Yes. What we do is we provide opportunities, outdoor opportunities, fishing, hunting, camping. We lease 730 plus acres of ground up in the northern part of Jefferson County, and we have about over 200 card-carrying members. A veteran can join our organization at absolutely no cost to them whatsoever. Everything is absolutely free. They never have to pay any dues. We're all volunteers. The total board is volunteers. Nobody gets paid. We fund the project by our fundraisers, and we got a lot of veterans go up there and just enjoy the property. They bring their families. We have a couple family events every year. It's just a great getaway for a veteran. He can go up alone. He can take his family up, and they can just wind down, sit back, enjoy the scenery. There's a beautiful stream, Mill Creek, that runs across the northern end of the property, and I go up there quite a bit myself. And I used to pretense that I'm going to fish, but I actually just go up there to relax. I find myself sitting on a rock just enjoying the scenery. So it's really nice. It's a great outlet for a veteran.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, with this event at the Jimmy Stewart Air Show, it's an opportunity for folks to learn more about your organization. I'm sure you'll have flyers there or some other way for folks to learn about MVO, right?
Oh, absolutely. We're going to have a table set up with a display and a map of the property, and any veteran can come and get the information. We'll have applications there. If they want to join that day, they can. And like I said, there is absolutely no cost to the veteran. So we'll really have a lot of information about the military veterans outdoors and the property.
Al Lockard from Indiana County's Veterans Affairs Office. Al, we have had Nathaniel Arthurs on with us to talk about the Flight of the Flags. We actually had the pilot who's bringing the plane in on with us earlier this week, and the way that this idea has developed and how special this ceremony has become in such a short time really says a lot about not only what we think of our veterans, but how those families remain connected even when their loved ones pass on to their military life. It's a really special connection.
I think you're exactly right there, Todd. I think the important thing we need to keep sight of is the fact that not only do we not want to forget our fallen soldiers, but let's not forget they have family. And this is something that we can bring the families together. I talked to a family the other day. They've got aunts, uncles, cousins, nephews coming in just for this Flight of the Flag event. And I will point out that I don't know if Nathaniel mentioned this. We just found out the other day, this is only fourth one of these in the nation that has taken place. And and now that people know this thing is on the radar, the gentleman that flies the flag said he just can't even keep up with the demand right now.
Yeah, and in fact, he's hooked up with the Blue Angels. They're interested in the program as well. And so he's hit upon an idea here and executed it so well that it has become a very, very special thing all throughout the military community. And basically, if there are only 4 of these that are happening this year across America, and one of them happens to be here in Indiana at the Jimmy Stewart Air Show, it says a lot about the efforts being put forth here as well, that they wanted to come here because they know that the show is not only a good show, but that it is themed around so much of it, the military experience and the military flying experience.
That's exactly right, Todd. In fact, I think we need to point on the festivities that will take place immediately after the Flight of the Flags. We will have 2, possibly 3 different wartime era veterans there that morning that we are going to take a moment to recognize. We'll have an opportunity for them to be recognized not only by the community but by their families. This has been something that Nathaniel has just grabbed a hold of, embraced it, and Diane Overman, who has done such a wonderful job. Diane couldn't join us this morning because of some issues with family, and like to just keep her in our prayers here this morning as well.
Absolutely. Al Lockard, Steve Reinoehl, thank you so much to both of you for joining us here this morning on Indiana in the Morning. The Jimmy Stewart Air Show is just a week away. Can you believe that?
Oh, it's going to come real quick, that's for sure.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. Gentlemen, have a great weekend.
Okay, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure. Thank you. A pleasure. Thank you.